And now back with your regular Toku content. Anyway, hey everybody, what's up? This is a very late Retrokid reviews for these double reviews for the finale of Garo Heir to Steel Armor and for Bakure Sentai Boonboomger. I hope I got that name right finally after how many weeks now? So let's start off with what the Tumblr poll suggested, what would be my first topic for the double review. Boonboomger. So no boom change yet because, yeah, it turns out the first morph sequence for the first couple episodes of the show is actually good. Word of warning, as of this recording, I have not seen the debuts for, Boom, Orange and Boom Black, but when I saw the spoilers online on, I think, either Hockeylies or Twitter, basically looked pretty decent, pretty interesting stuff, nonetheless. But I will say, for the debut, henshin for, Boon Red is actually something I didn't think they would do right out of the gate. Go full Kamen Rider with the first henshin. Also for the first two episodes, and I think three, was mostly a build arc for Boon Ping to basically get her bearings on how to handle the team, stuff like that, get most of the lore. So for those who are that behind like myself, I won't spoil them much, but for the first episode was pretty much a bottle, not really like a theme of the week episode mixed with debut. And it definitely worked. For I guess IRL's sake and my life's sake, I actually watched the premiere with my cousin's kid, basically my niece at this point, and she thought it was cool. She thought it was pretty cool. I don't know. She probably looked at it and thought it was like Bluey or something. I don't know. Anyway, in I guess fun aside, yeah, it was a really good start. It's a strong back to basics approach, given that I think Hakili said it best when he was covering his early Garo reviews of Heir to Steel, that Sentai is probably going to go big next year, given that it will most likely be their 50th by next year. So be ready. So speaking of past Sentai and future Sentai, what was my thoughts of King Oger? In a word, bigger than I thought they can do, especially on the finale arc. I've heard nothing but, like, okay, you could get used to the green screen after a while. It's kind of their equivalent, Toku-wise, of, like, being in the volume, but, like, in a good way. It's more beefier, the effects, than I thought they could for a Sentai of that huge of a caliber. So, with that all said, my overall rating for, sadly, the first couple episodes of Boonboomger, like I said, I did not sit through the whole 6 or however I must have mistyped for 7 episodes, so my bad in advance there. It's still a strong 10. It's still a strong start to what's going to be a pretty back to basic Sentai. If you're looking for that as like your first go around, I highly recommend that. I will not totally leave links down below to the fan sub site I'm using, mainly because I'll type it, just don't Google it later on, copy paste from there, especially for my mobile subscribers. So just leave, for safety reasons and in case Google finds it reasons mostly. So lastly, I'll get to Garo Heir to Steel Armor, mainly because I'm just coming off of a finale. I had to rewatch it for this recording, like literally 5 minutes ago. So what's there to say about show's evil arc and the main Makai priestess of Deary City? My bad, it's been a while since I've done the first episode review, so card to my review there above. She went dark before the 3 episodes that I missed coming up to the finale. Her dark arc was showing pretty slowly over time. She had a whole episode dedicated to why she snapped, why she agreed to the horror boss of this season, and yeah, it's kind of understandable. It's very good. It's a decent, like, flip build, especially earlier in the season. It kind of gave a little away that a Makai Priestess might have been involved with it, because I believe, horror of the week, that was I think the club episode, for those who don't know. Yeah, she beefed up a lot bigger than usual. That's the thing with, I think the theme of, like, most of the horrors this season was, like, oh, this is, like, filler stuff. This is something a Makai Knight or even Ryuga would do in his sleep, and yet somehow they're beefier than usual. What is that? Like, that is, like, a really good, like, hook and theme. Another thing I had time to do proper reviews with, I might have said this in the roundup, so card there also, just in case. I was not expecting them doing a shout-out to Ryuga's Shines of Darkness days. For those who don't know, that was the most tainted I think the Garo armor was in the series. Hence why it was a separate timeline. It was a lot of contention within the fandom. I don't know much on Jam Project's end, so leave that to them as well, or in KTM Mama's end with most of Garo Project in general. Now, the other reason why I skipped straight to the finale is because turns out Garo Project's main YouTube channel has pretty much gutted about half the season. Even the 3 episodes I needed to just binge through and pretty much make this double review. That's why it's been delayed this long. I was trying to figure out the scheduling there, what's going on with that. On their playlist, I think they privated it for mainly themselves, so I guess for copyright safety reasons or some sort of Google reason, because if you watch the season itself, it's actually the most played safe Garo in a while, maybe because they probably knew they were going in for streaming, they were going to make it a streaming show, and had to, I guess, there was probably some sort of contractual obligation to have it here in YouTube for the West. So, again, if there's any explanation, let me know in the comments down below. If not, I'll try to leave the fan wiki that might have also explained that scheduling-wise. So, getting to the finale itself, it's big. They go pretty hard, as usual, Garo seasons do. I love the callbacks to most of the armors you saw this season, especially the Hajime armor, which was a star, plot point of the entire season. I felt like their time in the Gate of Destruction was a little too simplified. There was, one maze corridor that got to be, Ryuga's flashback episode that he got to talk to with Soma, how he knew the special attack form from his dad, and how he can, conquer his darkness and be essentially the Zabra armor. My bad in advance if I got that armor's name wrong. I'll leave like I said, I'll leave the show wiki down below in case I got any of the terminology off. I'm still going off of the Google subs, so I highly recommend the fan subs for this season, because, yes, Hawkills is still right from his review earlier this year, that there is some mistranslations. There's more of a Google Translate thing, I think, for the actual subs for this, or maybe a manual issue that Garo Project hasn't really figured out translation-wise. So, if anything, I highly recommend fan subs in your local country. If anything else, for those who have it, please go to it, because I don't have links for that, sadly. But I do have links for the full season in their channel down below in the comments. I just realized I still have a comment issue after my Jason video. Wow, I'm so sorry. Before I get to end cards, final rating for Here to Steel Armor. For a surprise 10th anniversary for most of the Ryuga timeline is actually better than you think it is. I thought it was just going to be a movie. I thought they were just going to basically bring both eras of the Goldstorm era and the Shines era together in this kind of plot. But the fact that you got to get 12 episodes out of this versus a movie is more surprising than I thought. And for those out there in the back that don't know how Toku runtimes are here, you don't need to grow on that much. They basically dipped into the 20 to 30 minute category as far as episodes go. So trust us, we sit through 50 plus episodes of Sentai Rider all the time. The fact you're getting 30 minute episodes is nothing. You could just binge it in a day. Had it not been for the cut episodes that we're getting so far on their official channel. Again, it's a developing situation. I don't know what's going on there. If Tokusatsu Network talked about it, I'll leave the link in below as an update thing, if anything else. So, with that all being said, my overall rating, it's a strong 9, again, mainly because the cut of the last 3 episodes that I needed for context coming into the finale. The finale itself is great. There's a lot of good earned moments, and another reason why I wished I had the last 3 episodes is because there were certain characters that I thought all died during a basic Horde episode. For those who don't know, Horde episodes in Garo is a good showcase of the stunts of getting a bunch of minions of the week, being one contained location, in this particular episode's case was an office kind of setting, basically go full Jordan Belfort for a Wolf of Wall Street vibes. Very cool, very nice theme to the whole thing, and they usually take out lobbies like that a lot, I think, even in the Shines days. So your mileage may vary of how fillery it is and how it got beefed it usually is, because that's kind of the theme. Like I said, it was a lot of the horrors would normally be filler of the week, but yet somehow got beefier, hence the mystery of what's going on. in the city of anything else. So, as for the actor herself who came back as Ryuga, I think he did an amazing job, really good with the material. It's a good send-off or tribute to his time in being with Garo Project, if anything else. So, with that being said, I got a lot to do next week because I got to unbox this thing. Yes, I got Chasm. Yes, I'm very much aware he's back in the Zeb Worlds comics to, I guess, have a redemption arc, finally, after how many months unearned in the comics. However, I'm going to use Chasm, can you tell I just woke up, for my Who's Got It Worst video with Kane for Madaweb and Morbius, because, I don't know, chalk it up to another Mr. GG watch and video idea thanks to it. Regardless, thanks to GG, if anything else. Anyway, end card's finally coming up here to my previous video, which was, like I said, Jason's covering Joker, Folly Douglas trailer. And here, not to the shores for my X-Men 97 breakdown with Magneto. Also, sure here, also the sub to the channel, just gonna let you guys know for Tuesday's Critical Role video, it's gonna be a full video because shit went down in 92 and I have to give you the full context. So it will not be short this week, it's gonna be a full video. You'll know why when you see it. So until then, I'm Retrokid Reviews saying, wow, this was a long overdue double review, and I still have to sit through Godzilla X Kong New Empire. Yeah, can you tell I'm that behind on Toku? Seriously.